Hello, my friend. How are you? Holy snapped up polar bears. Where are you, Jesse? Well, there isn't any polar bears here, but there is some snow in the mountain back there. That's actually this lake behind me, if you can see it, is about 3 kilometers to where I am. So where I started is a 3 kilometer paddle. I don't know what the conversion to imperial is. I'll let somebody else do that. The interesting part about this is I got my inflatable kayak and I remembered just how much of a fear I have of drowning and what that means to me. Now, before I get into any of that, I want to invite you to subscribe to my newsletter, The Intrepid Insider, www.thevaliantlifestyle.com. Thevaliantlifestyle.com. Sign up for my newsletter. Put your email in the space there, and then click it, and we're going to get some newsletters to you. Yeah, so growing up, I had this inherent fear of drowning, but it was more water. And I think that it was growing up next to the ocean that really helped me hone exactly what that was. Now, many of you might say, well, it's normal for many adults to have fears like that. Yeah, but here's the catch. If you're somebody like me, you want to make your way through those emotions and you want to make your way through those fears. And for me, I'm at a different place that I normally go. I'm on a different highway. I just took a chance, but what I do best at is curiosity, spontaneity, and just going for it. So going for all of that, getting in my kayak, and then just remembering why I'm here, and I'm here for me. And today I created space. I created space for me because it's so important, and it's that much more important for me to be able to do that. And you might be saying, well, Jesse, why are you recording a video? Because I want you to see how good this is. You can do this. Look at this lake behind me here. Now, like a surfer, I'm not going to tell you where the location is. But what I'm going to tell you is this. Wherever your lake, wherever your shoreline is, your sacred spot is only for you. And that is something that's necessary. For me, it's so necessary because, well, I get to go back to me. I'm here by myself. I got nothing but that curious waterfall up in front of me here that I have yet to find. It's in the woods. This beautiful mountain, this lake. So this is rush hour. This is what rush hour in stillness feels like. It feels like no interruptions, no distractions, just me here connecting with who I am. And I want you men to be able to do this, to carve out time for you to do this. This is so necessary. My man, this is so necessary. And not only for the men, for the women, for your women. I'm talking to you too. This is great. Get out there with your men. Actually, you know what? Make them lead you. Give them a little push and then tell them to plan a day and outing where you can both go on a date. And then both plan something separately. You go one way, men, and your wives go the other. And then come back at the end of it, rekindle, talk about your experiences, and love one another. This also does another thing. It helps you miss one another. It helps you find yourself so that you know what that feels like. And that feeling of loneliness, that stillness, And even if you're not lonely by yourself, for me, I go back home and like the way back, I miss my wife. And I miss her in a good way. I've been out here long enough for myself to be able to just gather my thoughts, talk to myself, do a little meditation, watch the lake as I paddle. I've breathed in nature today. The oxygen, the exercise, the curiosity, the spontaneity, the fear, which I've channeled into, I got this. I got my PFD. I got a whistle attached to it. I got food. I got a wonderful inflatable kayak to which I inspect thoroughly. I blow it up. I did it myself. I can swim. And I know what to do if I dump myself in the lake, or the wind comes up and it dumps me, or I know how to swim to shore. And I know with a PFD, when I put it on, that the initial shock of the cold water is what puts people out. That's what drowning does. But with the PFD on, that gives me that much more room out of the water so that I can breathe, so that I can tread water till I get to the shore, so that I can create that calmness. And even if it's cold, do a little Wim Hof, let the shock go, do that little 30 minutes of hack. See, I created that story so that I could leave the shoreline on the other side and be here. What does that sound like to you? That is success. If you can powerfully tell yourself something and do it successfully, how good is that? That's such a great accomplishment. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I got to paddle back. Tomorrow's video, I'll tell you all about that. It'll be probably just the same, if not a little bit better. I'll have some more insights. Okay, to you, I want to hear from you. Newsletter again, halfway down my webpage, thevaliantlifestyle.com. The Intrepid Insider is coming to you, my friend. Men, carve out that time for yourself, man. All right? Let's do this.